Hi, this is Melissa Romero, and I'm going to show you around my Canvas LMS. I decided to do my online course this semester on elementary technology because that's something that I'm familiar with, and since I'm new to developing an online course, I thought it would be best to pick a subject that I'm used to teaching, and that's what I teach in my regular classroom. So this is my home page. And it has just a little welcome note, welcome to elementary technology. It has my contact information, which I've starred out because I don't want that on YouTube. It has web resources, which you'll see later on. You'll see one of them later on in one of the assignments. And it has an area for activities and games for when students are finished with their work and they need some other learning games to go to. So I'm going to walk you through what I've done so far on my course, and let's start with assignments. So the assignments tab is where I've done the most work, and later on when I do my reflection on this whole assignment and course development, I will get into why I've divided it into 3 modules and what kind of issues I ran into. So I have a getting started module. In the getting started, there's 2 PDFs that I created. One was a PowerPoint and one was a Word document, and I turned them both into PDFs so everyone can access it. I guess I can open them. One is the getting started. And it has just the standards that we will go over in the class, which are the ISTE net standards, the apps that they'll use. Because we just became a Mac lab, the apps is a new term for them, so I put the apps that they're going to use in the class, and how they will save their documents. Now for the rules, expectations, and procedures, that was a PowerPoint, and I turned it into a PDF like the other one. So it just goes through all the rules and expectations in the class. Now we'll go back to assignments and keep going. The introduction chat. This is one of the areas that I ran into a problem. On my introduction chat, it keeps saying that the link is not right, so I have to go through edit, and I'm going to need to fix that. I don't know how though. And more options, and I can get to the assignment. So it has all of the assignment directions and materials that they're going to need. It will be a Skype chat, and I made it a pass-fail because I think it's important for students to attend and have input, and as a pass-fail assignment, I think it encourages participation without saying, oh, you have to participate this much, or if you don't say so many things in the chat, you don't get any points, or you only get half points. So I think a pass-fail would encourage attendance, but it doesn't put the pressure on them to have to participate a certain amount or anything. So back to assignments. Now in Module 2, this both has an assignment and a quiz on GarageBand. So the assignment for GarageBand is for students to create a state report using the app GarageBand. And since it's new to them, it might take a little bit more scaffolding to get them through it. But it has all of the assignment information, and then again that YouTube tutorial on how to use GarageBand. And then for the assessment, I've created a rubric, and it includes the criteria, which is key points, images, voice recording, a jingle, and a script. And then on the right hand side, all the points that they can get, and a total of 25 points. So I put descriptions under each criteria So here's the key points. They need all 10 plus pieces of required information need to be included in their final report, and that is also put in the assignment details at the top. The images, they need at least 5 images in their final project. Voice recording, since they're working in groups or teams, both voices need to be heard on the recording, and they can divide that up however they want. A jingle needs to be put on in the background, and the script that they wrote needs to be turned in Microsoft Word. Now we'll go back to assignments and look at the other assignments. The next assignment in Module 2 is the quiz, and I don't usually quiz my students on the programs that they're using, but since we had to create a quiz, I created the quiz with all types of questions, and it is a graded quiz. So each student needs to take it, and I'll go back to that and how I had trouble with that in my reflection as well. And going back to assignments, the final assignment that I've created is in Module 3, and it's an assignment about internet safety, and it's actually a discussion. So I also created a document that explains what the discussion will be about and what it should include. So all of my students have Microsoft Word, so this won't be a problem for them since they would be working in my lab, but I might want to turn it into a PDF so everyone can access it. This is my activity plan for the discussion, and it has the purpose, the directions, and the support materials that they'll need to complete the discussion. And since the discussion is on internet safety, these 3 links will take them to areas of elementary school internet safety. And continuing on with that, I've created a rubric for the discussion, and I really found that the rubric helps in a discussion because it tells students exactly what their participation should be, and that's also posted on the learning management site. Now I'm going to go on to grades. So I had a little bit of trouble with this. All of my assignments appeared and all of my modules appeared, but I just wanted to play around with some of the tools. So I did group weights, which this may not be what they would be weighted, but I decided to check out how to use it. And then I played around with some of the other tools and settings that are in the grades content. Now I'm going to go back to the home page and go into Files. So when I first started trying to add files to my management system, I couldn't add them. I'm not sure if they were too big or what was happening, but when I put them into PDF form, they both uploaded just fine. And then I eventually ended up getting a document to upload as well, so I'm not sure if the system was just not working that day or if I was doing something wrong, but everything was eventually able to upload. And that's it for my page. I feel like it's a little bit underdeveloped compared to what I've seen, but I'm working at it, and since I am so new at it, I think I've done pretty well considering what I've run into and some of the issues that I've had. Overall, I really like using Canvas as a learning management system, and I will discuss some more in my reflection section. So now that you've seen my entire development so far of my learning management system, I wanted to show you or discuss some of the reflections that I have Some of the wow moments that I've had were just how simple things were to use, how user-friendly the system was, and how everything just automatically kind of went to where it needed to be. It was sometimes some of my content was found on multiple pages, which was kind of surprising to me, but I really like that you can get to the different pages through different tabs and different assignments through different ways. So that was one of the wow things I liked, that it was just really easy to use. It's been really easy to use so far, and it's made developing my content pretty simple. One of the challenges that I had was pretty recent, and I didn't realize until I was going to record my video, and that was that some of my content had disappeared and a couple of the links were not working. So I need to figure out a way to fix that. I'm not sure if I have to recreate the whole assignment or if I can just make the link functional again. I don't know. Functional again. I'm going to have to check into that. Another challenge that I faced was uploading files. I need to look at the requirements for how big a file can be to upload. I'm not sure if I was doing it wrong or if something was wrong with the system, but eventually I was able to upload course files flawlessly and in different formats, so it must have just been that day. So as far as challenges, it's just been a couple of technical challenges, like content disappearing and not being able to access all of my stuff through the right links. But other than that, everything has been really great, and I think the system is really easy to use, and I would definitely use it again in the future. Another challenge that I have had is that my content is for elementary school students, so I'm not sure if an online course is necessarily appropriate for them. It would take a lot of walking them through and giving really good directions and showing them how to use the system before I could just make it a full online course for elementary school students. But I think if I were teaching another course, it would maybe be a little simpler to develop the content for an online course. But overall, the system's been great, and I've had a really fun time so far doing my content and my online class. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to any feedback that you can give me. Thanks.